Lumi, the little cloud's dreamy journey. High in the soft blue sky, where the air was warm and gentle, there floated a small fluffy cloud named Lumi. Lumi wasn't like the big heavy storm clouds, nor was she like the thin wispy ones that danced high above. Lumi was light, round, and always dreaming. Every morning, the golden sun stretched its warm arms across the sky, and Lumi felt its gentle hug. She loved to drift, moving slowly, floating ever so lightly in the soft morning breeze. One day, as she twirled and tumbled through the sky, a tiny, playful wind whispered, "It's time for a journey, Lumi." Lumi wiggled with excitement. She had never been on a real adventure before, so with a tiny bounce, Lumi let the wind carry her forward, drifting past sleepy treetops and rolling green hills. Below, in a meadow filled with soft, swaying grass, a tiny bunny stretched its paws and wiggled its nose. It looked up at Lumi and whispered, "Good morning, Lumi." "Good morning, little bunny," Lumi replied in her soft, airy voice, her wisps curling like ribbons in the breeze. The bunny yawned a big, slow bunny yawn, then curled back into a cozy ball, its fur warm from the rising sun. Lumi smiled and drifted on, floating ever so gently. As Lumi floated past the hills, she reached a big shimmering lake, where the water glistened like tiny stars. The sunlight danced upon its surface, sending golden sparkles across the gentle ripples. The lake was so calm, so still, that Lumi could see her own soft reflection floating on its surface. A tiny fish peeked up, its silvery scales catching the golden light. Plop! It sent a tiny ripple across the water, each wave stretching and softening like a sleepy sigh. "Hello, Lumi," the fish whispered, its voice as soft as a bubble. "Hello, little fish," Lumi answered, her voice as light as the breeze. She watched as the ripples spread and spread, growing softer until they faded back into stillness. Everything was calm. Everything was gentle. Everything was just right. As the morning stretched into afternoon, Lumi drifted over a sleepy village. The houses were small and warm, their rooftops kissed by the golden sun. Tiny chimneys puffed soft white clouds into the air, like whispers from a cozy dream. Below, a little girl stood by her window, wrapped in a fuzzy blanket, hugging a small stuffed bear. She looked up at Lumi and smiled. Lumi smiled back, even though no one could see. The little girl yawned, rubbing her eyes, then nestled into her blanket, her teddy bear tucked close. Lumi floated on, feeling warm and happy inside. As the afternoon turned golden, Lumi felt something new. The soft wind became even softer, wrapping around her like a sleepy sigh. The sun stretched long and low, sending warm, drowsy light across the sky. Birds flew slower, their wings barely making a sound. The sky turned the colour of a peach, then the colour of a rose, then the colour of a sleepy dream. Lumi felt different. She wasn't bouncy anymore. She wasn't wiggly anymore. She felt sleepy As Lumi drifted higher, the stars began to peek out one by one, twinkling softly like tiny lanterns in the sky. Below, the little bunny in the meadow curled up even tighter, its fur rising and falling with each peaceful breath. The tiny fish in the lake floated in the gentle ripples, rocking softly in the moon's silver glow. The little girl in the village closed her eyes, hugging her stuffed bear just a little tighter. Even the wind was whispering now, softer than ever before. Lumi felt cozy. Lumi felt warm. Lumi felt ready to rest. She drifted into a quiet, silver blue sky, where the moon wrapped the world in soft light. Lumi yawned a little cloud yawn. The stars whispered good night, twinkling softly. The moon hugged the sky, warm and gentle. And as Lumi closed her cloud eyes, she drifted into the softest, dreamiest sleep, floating peacefully, gently, quietly, until the morning light kissed the sky again. Good night.